Para su información, ahorita nos vamos a separar en dos grupos. Hay un grupo que va a trabajar en el salón de al lado, va a trabajar en la metodología para llevar la contabilidad del CO2. Son sobre todo los gerentes de medio ambiente que nos acompañan en este simposio técnico. Nosotros nos quedamos aquí con las presentaciones. Y la siguiente está a cargo de Heinz Henrich de Almond Holding, quien nos va a hablar sobre los beneficios de reconstruir versus nuevas construcciones.
Thank you. So, I'm Wyatt. Good afternoon. My name is Heinz Henrich, and I'm the General Manager of the Almond Aftersales organization. And today I want to introduce or to talk about plant optimization and conversion and modernizations in one part, and in the other part about a worldwide after-sales service, the activities we are doing and the services we provide to our customers. And also, as we are working very close with our customers, we are very flexible to adapt to your needs. So the object is why are we doing the plant optimization, or why are we doing conversions? And one thing is to reduce the operating costs and the downtime of the existing equipment, to improve the reliability and the availability. And of course, the most important one is to increase the performance and to extend the product life. A few words about Almond Company. Almond is a private-owned company. The shareholder is Mr. Almond, which you see here. And this is our headquarters. It's in Rheinberg in Germany, near Düsseldorf, so in the center of the Ruhrgebiet. What we are doing, our main business is in the cement industry, and we're doing equipment, mainly bulk material handling equipment. We engineer, design, and manufacture, and also do the services. The major product lines are bucket elevators. There we have supplied more than 6,000 or 7,000 units, and also pan conveyors. It's the second largest product line, where we have more than 7,000 units worldwide in operation. We have our own manufacturing facilities, or just here as an example, what we are doing. This is the high-performance bucket elevators. It's a BWD type, which means two chain or two single chain conveyor with a performance of up to 2,000 tons per hour. And we go with chain conveyors. We recently developed new chains so that we can utilize transport heights or distances up to 85 meters. We have our own manufacturing facilities in Germany. That's in Rheinberg, and this is where we pre-assemble all the equipment we are supplying. So pan conveyors, plate feeders, track chains, rotary discharge machines, and so on. We use modern equipment. We use automated systems like welding robots, positioning robots to ensure consistent quality. And now let's move to the main subject, to the main point, to upgradations, modernizations of elevators, conveyors, and feeders. And what are the candidates to upgrade? that's existing equipment which is that come into age, which is maybe 20, 25 years old, or is also from manufacturers which are not in the market anymore and no spare parts are available. So this is where we look at, and this is where we come into the game, and where we do the upgrades and the modernizations. The idea is to use the structures, the existing equipment as much as possible, and also to save money. So really, what we are doing, what we try to do, is to bring them up to the latest standards and up to the new designs. And what we're also doing is we grant the same warranties as for new equipment. So just in brief words, what we are doing with this equipment. And this is a typical candidate or a typical example for an elevator. It's the round link chain elevators, double strand elevators, which are more or less old-fashioned and come into out of production. And the problems are known everywhere. It's uneven chain wear. It's causing bucket misalignments and cracks and so on. So this is a typical candidate. Here again, some pictures, how it looks like. Mainly the problems are caused by the dredging and digging into the material, which is then creating high wear and also absorbs a high power. So and this is what we are doing is to convert this old design elevator into a new modern central chain design. And this is a typical Almond design. We use a forged central chain with angular brackets, and here there's more details. And we're using the friction drive with segmented drive rings for easy and quick replacements. And the difference is between a standard design or a standard solution and the Almond solution is that we have these angular brackets are sitting outside on the chain, and they are loose. They have play. And so the buckets are not completely fixed to the chain itself. So this here is because of the play, they can move freely, and the vibration is reduced to a minimum, which avoids then cracks to the buckets. The chains are lubricated and sealed, which ensure a long service life. And we use the pitch is very close. We have 170 millimeter pitch. So the buckets are very close and very dense, which allows or which minimizes the spillage during operation in comparison to the traditional design. Another big difference is the continuous direct bucket filling. In the old design, the material is flowing in here, it's flowing down to the boot, and then the buckets are more or less digging or shoveling the material and picking it up. Here, with our design, we feed the material direct into the buckets, so there is no boot overfilling, and we avoid the digging, which reduces the forces, and then at the same time, of course, reduces the energy or the electricity, the power demand, and ensures a longer service life of the elevator. We also exchange the tension wheel and the carriage, and we have a self-tensioning tail shaft, and we use Nyhard bearings for maintenance-free operation. The next step, what we are exchanging is the new head, and by using the existing structure, we do a new drive shaft, and we do the new drive station. Now we have that here. So what I want to show here is by using as much as possible of the old existing equipment, like the casing, like the friction, like the steel structure, we also reuse the gear and the drive, the gearboxes, and we just redo the drive station, we do the tension station, we redo the chain, and of course the buckets. But then it's the conveyor is like a new conveyor. We increase the performance and the capacity by saving about up to 30% of the cost compared to a new conveyor. And on the new configuration, on the new modified conveyor, we grant the same warranty as for a new conveyor. Now let's move over to the belt conveyors. We do the largest rubber belt conveyors. We did a couple of conveyors with 175 meter center distance. This one is here placed in Con Tan cement in Vietnam, where the production is up to 12,000 tons per day. And this Con Tan plant will soon be the largest cement line in Asia. And we did the supply of all the transport and the conveyor equipment. We use our belts, we use the EPDM belts. We go up to a constant temperature of 130 degrees, and with peak temperatures up to 150 degrees Celsius. And the belt strength is, in this case, is 4,000 Newton per square millimeter. And as I said earlier on, we did a couple of these plants. We also supplied Holcim Sanction FEF plant up in the United States. And what we just want to show is that we have the experience at every level, from small to large. And of course, we do conversions. We redo competitors' equipment. In this case, that was in a plant in India, the Ambuja Cement in India, where we did a retrofit fit also with 175 meters. And we just replaced the belt. We replaced the bucket fixing and the head and pulling lagging, but we used the buckets and the shafts and the drive and the casings. So again, it was a very reliable saving. And here another example is where we convert pneumatic systems to mechanical systems. This is where we substitute the airlift which is also, particularly in Europe or in other areas, to save the energy, because we can save about 80% of the electric power in relation to, or in comparison to, the airlift. And it's relatively easy to add a elevator to the existing structure. This is a typical Almond build. It's a steel cord elevator, and with the upper lateral steel cord, and then we have also cross wires to give the stability and to give the stability and the strength to the belt. We have our own belt punching equipment developed. This is where we do the belts in Rheinberg, and it's also an automated manufacturing for accurate punching the belts for the fixing of the buckets. And we have a large belt store. And in case of an emergency, we are able to supply a rubber belt within 1 week. This is where we are particularly proud of, because of this belt store where we store all sizes and all qualities. And as we do, the complete process is in our hands. We can do that within 1 week, and we can ship it. We have examples where we did the shipment to Brazil from Monday until Thursday, or to India. The order came in or the request came in on Monday, and the belt arrived in India on Friday, of course by air freight, but all this is possible. I go a little bit quicker. This shows the clamping where we join the belt. It's a high resin bonded, encapsulated, and cord joint. We do I go a bit quicker because I want to show the Almond, the clinker transport, where we also do the conversions from the silo to mill. This is a typical bucket conveyor, the Almond BCB, and which is then also converted or renewed, where we do the new drive shaft and sprockets and the complete drive head. And again, we reuse the maximum material of the existing structure. And here this shows the new conveyor buckets with a chain, with a double chain, and the installation on the side. And again, more or less, it's the same system like for the elevators. Savings here up to 20%. But again, granting the same warranties like for new equipment. Here another example where we added a new tension station, and for the transfer tower. This was the conveyor before, and then after a new additional truck unloading station that was done in Greece. This is what we are doing. Here we had to upgrade an existing conveyor because of overfilled. With overfilling of the pens, and there was no room to increase the width of the buckets, so we added a variable frequency converter, and we can improve or increase the speed according to the production. So we can we are very flexible and we can variable the speed. So if there is more material delivered, we increase the speed and we avoid the overfilling. So then we were able to to increase the production capacity from 7,000 to 9,000 tons per day, just by increasing the speed. And the material, the weight of the material was sensed by what we call the Aumatic, which was a load cell where we measured the weight of the material. With more material coming, we increase the speed. If there's less material, we reduce the speed. So we can do it in a flexible way. We also do, and we build plate feeders. We just to give you an idea, you know, all kind of transport material can be converted. Just a few words about the Almond Aftersales. We have parts available. We stock them worldwide. We have a warehouse in Rheinberg. We have another warehouse in Atlanta and in Hong Kong. And in total, we carry 6 million spare parts around the world and ship them around the world. And we have access. We have parts specialists here in Brazil, in the US, in Europe, in Beijing, so around the world. And everything is linked and computer controlled so that we can ship the part wherever it is necessary. And that's what we try to do it within 48 hours for the emergency parts. We do field service. In total, we have 45 field service engineers available. Of course, most of them are in Europe and Asia, but they also, we move them across the world. And we also can guarantee service engineer availability within 48 hours. We do provide all kinds of services. We are very active in the field services, and we also do PREMAS, which means preventive maintenance services, and where we do inspections and training and consulting. So this was a quick run through our activities and conversions and after sales. I hope you got an idea what we are doing, and we are here with the booth. If you have questions or if you have ideas, please come and see us. Thank you.